From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And as we look at this matchup, every time there's something different to focus on. So I'll just ask you, what do you see here in this one?
Well, Rembrandt, you've given me a pretty blank canvas to focus on, haven't you?
Yeah.
Where do you think I'm going to go with this?
Oh, secondary?
You know me well, right? In a game like this, it's always about the secondary. Can they handle the passing attack and make a few plays?
Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their rookie quarterback, the latest in a long line of NFL QBs from USC.
For every rookie prospect, there are always nerves involved in this moment. Running your team out to start a game. But there's a reason they brought him in. We're willing to make him their starter today. They believe he can overcome those nerves and lead his team to a victory. We saw him do it at the collegiate level and really make himself into a leader and someone you can envision doing the exact same thing here in the NFL.
They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Up the middle with Barkley. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. To the air, Williams. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Williams. Wide open, Gronkowski. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Algier. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Algier. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now. They'll look to throw forward with Williams. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Quiddy Pay getting in there and burying him behind the line. And now out is the Cardinal field goal team here. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good, and the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yards with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. Hurts. Gates with a grab. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 2 big plays in succession, and the Dolphins on the move. A first down carry for Barkley, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. This is 2nd and 8. Barkley inside handoff, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 9 here.
It's now 3rd and 9.
Throwing is Hurts. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
Oh, and Elliott has pushed it to the right. It is no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
And I think there on the left hash mark, he's just aiming down the middle and hoping to hit it true. But this ball started right and started working away from him, and it's going to wind up wide of the mark.
Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
There's Chris Olave. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. To the sideline and incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Looking to throw is Williams. Dancing to his left. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. From the gun, here's Williams. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Throwing is Williams. Setting up the screen, here's Algier. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here now 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. To throw, Williams. Throwing left side, he's got Gronk, complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Cardinal passing game dialed in now. First down. To throw, it's Williams. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This a 33-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they're able to double their lead just before half. It's 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now.
You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I established the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Second down, here's Barkley again. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. Here's Hurts to throw. That one complete to McConkey. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. On the run, it's Barkley. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Now this one finds McConkey. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
On 2nd and 10, Hurts. Throw right side, taken in by Collins. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Barkley will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Another try for Barkley, and this time he is in. Saquon Barkley taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Dolphins have evened the ball game with a chance to take the lead here in the final minute of this third quarter.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Mike McDaniel, no hesitation on his end. He's telling his offense to go for 2. Hurts will throw. And this is going to be hauled in. So they get the two-point conversion. And now they have an 8-6 lead. Could have been up one with a point after, but they go for two. It worked.
It almost seems like they're trying to set an identity, doesn't it? We're going to be one of those teams that every time we get a chance to put extra points on the board, we will. Because really, it's minimal in difference, right? Whether you're up one or two, a field goal can still get you.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Williams. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Back to throw. Williams. Short throw complete to Gronkowski. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Miami set to take over. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. A false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. Looking to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Still 15 yards to go, 2nd down. He'll look to throw. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, mini camp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
They'll set up a throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. To the left side, he's got McConkey. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. This is Barkley. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. So from the 26-yard line, here's second down and 3. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. Five points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Again, it's Barkley. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins will add to their fourth quarter lead.
Well, let the natural light of today reflect that he is now getting into the end zone 2 times.
Look at you. You're a little Ralph Waldo Emerson, is that his name?
No, I was just going with the meteorologist. Said it was a day game. I'm here.
They do tack on the extra point as well, and it might seal the deal as that makes it a 2-score game here with not a lot of time remaining. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. All eyes on the Cardinals now. Down by 9. 1:45 to play. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. To the air, Williams. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the 5-time Pro Bowler Troy Vincent. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. But just to add that to the list of great moments for this defense today, they've really shredded that game plan on the other side all 4 quarters. And Charles, that pick 6, that's kind of the cherry on top.
Yeah, they did it, and I feel like I'm quoting a bad movie line, but they did it together, didn't they? Fed off of each other, every big play they made, every tackle, every pick, everything they've done. They continually built energy in this one, and how about them culminating with a pick 6?
So now on comes the Dolphins offense as he'll try and go for 2 here. They'll look to throw, and he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth quarter lead. And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick 6, and then the 2-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense, everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. But probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
Here's Williams. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half.
No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Working out of the gun, Williams. And a loose football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. The home team's offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's a give to Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll go to Barkley again. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Hurts. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he will find his man on the outside. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 11 yards there, just like last play. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Saquon Barkley taking it in from a yard out, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. And this win now going to look a little more lopsided on the scoreboard, CD. Now, some may have run out the clock in that scenario, but they wanted to put their foot on the gas, get one more touchdown, and they did just that.
Well, partner, I would say the traditionalists not overly excited about that score. They'd like to see the game played a little bit differently. But what you can't argue with is their execution of that play, because it played out exactly as it was drawn up. It almost would have been a shame not to finish with such a well-run play.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is dropped it incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone, as time has run out on this ball game. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.